G'day viewers, streaming some Neverwinter Nights 2. So, we are going to start again. I've done some videos on YouTube recently on Neverwinter Nights 1 Rangers, and I thought, and I've done another one on Neverwinter Nights 2 Rangers as well, and I've come to the realization that playing a Dwarven Ranger in the official campaign is a good thing to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new Dwarven Ranger, and he's going to be a shield dwarf rather than a gold dwarf, and I actually don't mind this look all that much, actually. I'm not going to go fully bald because then I look exactly like Kelgar. We might just change the skin tone a little bit, make it just a shade darker, maybe. What colour eyes have we got? Light blue. No, we want dark eyes. And just not sure what colour hair. I'm always so tempted to go for the red hair when I do a dwarf, but that is so cliche, so I think I'm going to leave it as that default brown. But I think I want gold accessories in the beard, so I think that'll be good. Okay. And so then the only other question is, do we want to change height and girth at all? Do we want to be tall, skinny? Do we want to be short, skinny? Do we want to be short and bulky? I think we're going to go make ourselves the tallest dwarf we can be. There we go. Okay, and of course we're going to be a ranger. Goes without saying. And we're going to be neutral good because it's so easy to be neutral good. Oh, so tempting to be Grumbar. It really is. Okay, we'll stay with Marthamore Dwine, I think it is. I don't know. I've never heard it pronounced. Okay, so this is the build that I did in my recent video, which went out today. So let's go full strength. What can we get as far as dex there? 15. No good, so stick to 14. Is that going to be good? Yeah, I think it is. I think I like that. I mean, I could take the extra point off here and go to wisdom so I get all of the spells that are possible, but frankly I just don't think the spells are all that useful. No, actually, I will. I'll give it a try. Okay, so there's that. Next is our background, and I'm going to do militia because I'm going to pump parry. I don't know how well I will use it, but I think if I need it, I'll have it there. And okay, I've mentioned this before in videos. When you go and look at your character sheet in the game, it actually lists what you've got listed here. So I don't want Default Ranger because that sounds boring. So I'm going to put Stalker. Because in a way he is. Most who encounter a stalker notice only a shadow in the woods or a movement out of the corner of their eye, since stalkers are not noticed until they wish to be. Stalkers make it a point of monitoring and destroying the most common enemies of civilization, goblins, orcs, and giants, though they also keep watch for more monstrous threats. So I'm not going to be using the shadow, the shadowy stuff where I'm hiding and everything, because it really doesn't work very well. And I'm certainly not Feralon's. I think Stalker. Not really. I'm a Default Ranger. Let's be honest. But I'm going to pick Stalker only because I'm then going to go customize. I just want it to look different on my character sheet rather than Default Ranger. Okay, skills: survival, spot, search, parry, listen, and we've got one more which we're going to put into lore. Okay, so listen and spot work to help us find hidden or invisible monsters or creatures, and also you can sort of get an idea of something in the other side of a door, stuff like that. Survival will give us the tracking ability, which will make that sort of stuff even more effective. Search is just generally searching, because dwarves get a bonus at that anyway. And then parry, if we can use it, and lore, so we don't have to spend as much money identifying our equipment, and wanting to be able to equip something that you've found immediately, rather than having to go back to town for it, is always a good thing. Let me just... There we go. Okay, so... Our favourite enemy. Now, because I'm a dwarf, the logical choices here are goblinoids, orcs, and giants, because that plays on my... where are they? They'll be here somewhere. Battle training versus orcs, battle training versus goblins, battle training versus giants. But I know that this default campaign, this official campaign, the Githyanki are outsiders. So I'm going to choose that one first, and I will choose these other ones later. In particular, there is battles later on against orcs, so I'm definitely going to get that. And the goblinoids will help at some point, maybe giants, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to get orcs. Okay, so that was that additional feat now, or bonus feat. Now let's pick our normal feat. It's much of a muchness. Now, I've said in my previous video that one of the advantages of playing a Dwarven Ranger is that you can use the Dwarven War Axe, and that does 1d10 points of damage. So if you dual wield Dwarven War Axes, you can do a lot of damage. It's the equivalent of dual wielding katanas, basically. But you don't need to spend a point in exotic weapons, wherever their weapon proficiency exotic, to get it. So you get that for free. However, having played through far enough to start some of Kelgar's family quest, I know that there is eventually the Hammer of Iron Fist that we can get, which is the most potent weapon you have ever seen. It's +4 to hit and damage. It does a bonus 1d8, I think, of electrical damage, and it's +6 to strength, which is another basically +3 to hit and damage. And on top of that, you have to have the gauntlets of Iron Fist as well, which are a further +3 to strength. And then on top of all of that, the hammer also has an ability where it charges up. After X number of hits, between 15 and 30 hits, it will be charged up, and then you can use it to create a lightning ball type of effect centered on you, which just inundates the opponents around you with 8d6 of electrical damage. So it's an awesome weapon. So we're actually going to pick Warhammer as our main weapon. But to begin with, we're going to start with power attack so that we can then get cleave. And we're going to go from there. We'll get the weapon focus later. So we might initially, until we get to the point where we can pick a weapon focus, we may actually use Dwarven War Axes at that point. But as soon as we get to the point where we can focus, we're going to switch to Warhammers. Now, the disadvantage of all of this is both Dwarven War Axes don't crit except on 20, neither does the Warhammer, but the Warhammer only does 1d8 compared to the 1d10 of the War Axe. So we're going to do a little bit less damage, but eventually we're going to have one of the best weapons you will see in the game. So we're going to give that a try. I have started to play a character like this previously. Now, we're going to, first of all, we're going to take the family name Iron Fist, so we're going to pretend that we're a cousin, long-lost cousin to Kelgar, and that gives us the right to use the Gauntlets of Iron Fist. But what we're also going to do is we're going to go with the naming convention. Kelgar, and he has a cousin or nephew or something that he meets in the game whose name starts with KH, and I can't remember what it is. But I'm going to go cussing because it sounds like you're swearing, cussing. And that's the name I'm going to use. I'm going to not play any sound for a voice, and I'm not going to put a history in, but I could write some ridiculous thing about how I'm a long-lost Iron Fist. But that is me. We're going to start. I'm going to skip the tutorial mission because it takes a little bit longer.
So many years ago today. This.
Whoop. Skip. Okay. Okay. And yes, of course, we have the slow loading of this game on, unfortunately, my not the greatest in the world PC. So we'll have to just excuse me for that.
The village is under attack! West Harbor is under attack! You're safe! Grab a weapon. We need to help defend the village. All I know is that we're under attack, and as militiamen, we're duty-bound to aid with the defense. Georg's trying to organize the defense, but it's pretty chaotic. We've already lost some villagers, and a few homes have been put to the torch.
We'd better hurry. I saw some of them following us on our way here. They're likely to hit this house next.
Okay, so let's quickly level up, and I'm going to level up my companions first. And I'm just going to recommend for skills, for feats, at least for, I can't remember his name, for this guy, Bevel. I'm not going to go with the default because I think he's better off getting power attack and cleave. They think he's better off getting knockdown. And knockdown is useful, but I always find cleave is more useful at lower levels. So I'll let him get knocked down later, but that'll be after we leave the village. There we go. Cleave. Wonderful. There we go. And for Amy, I'm actually going to just power through her. I normally just go recommend, because as we know, no secret, she dies very, very soon. Big tragedy, but it means there's no real sense spending a lot of effort deciding on what you're going to give her because nothing will save her. Okay, so let's level Cussin up. So go through our skills. We're going to pick 2-weapon fighting combat style. We've only got 9 hit points per level at the moment, but that changes right now because at level 3 we get toughness. We want cleave, don't we? There we go, and we've got toughness as well. So hit points is now 10. Good. Okay, we are ready to go. So let's get our stuff out of our chest and set things up a little bit. So I'm going to use this sword and dagger initially. I will try and use the bow a little bit, and I'm going to chuck parry on the bow as well, and we'll see how we go with using that if I need to. Yeah, Woodsman's outfit, which I think is leather or studded leather. It's not the best studded leather, that is. So we're going to get chain shirt as soon as we can.
Yes, indeed.
That's chainmail, which we can't use.
Isn't the most understanding person I've ever met.
Okay. I know this Amulet of Aid is useful, but I always forget to use it, so I'm just going to end up selling it. Just taking stuff at the moment to build up a base of loot. Okay, we're going to have our first little encounter here. Let's just do a quick save. In fact, let's do a save there. Yes. Okay, so oh, look at that.
Here comes the...
We got a crit straight up. What was that we critted with? Attack of opportunity. That must have been the longsword. Okay. So we've got a short sword and the club and this quarterstaff. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swap the dagger for the short sword. A little bit more damage. I don't think it's going to cause us a problem. 5 and 5. No, it's no different whether we use the short sword or the dagger. Although we could go short sword and dagger as well, but we're not going to do anywhere near the damage of long sword and short sword. Later on we could go longsword when we get another one. But eventually we're going to go Warhammer. Okay, so I know that I've got a battle coming up outside here at a bit of a distance. Damn it. Screwed all that up, didn't I? There we go. I know there's a battle coming at a distance out here, so I'm going to get my bow out. This is something I'm going to try and do as much as possible. Eventually I'll have a crossbow, or heavy crossbow. And just using that to take a shot before I charge in
There you are.
is a good idea.
I saw some of those creatures. Georg is trying to gather the militia. But head south. But be...
Bother going through all the text. It's a little bit annoying to some people, but at least not this early part of the adventure, which I've played through so many times. said I was going to parry, but the other thing is that early on, like this in the adventure, parrying is not really all that useful. Because my skill is so low in it.
Thank the gods you made it. I have no... If we're going to stop them, we need someone to... The militias. Now go.
We'd better search.
Let's go talk to Lord and get this bit out of the way. Okay. Recruits that we find. Go. Switch back to the bow. Okay.
Let's go!
We're doing very well there. Okay. Oops. Let's take the ladder. Get him recruited. Leslie. Let's talk to Ian.
Huh? Get away! Didn't you see what? You came to drag me out there to die?
Really,
Not
none
on
of
your
these options
life.
are going to work
I'm
for
staying
me because
right
I don't
here.
have very good charisma at all. So
I'm not going. If you need someone to die with you, well, you wouldn't. Ha!
Just do the other option. Beat him into submission.
Boom! Headshot!
I know it's a little late, but I did get a crit in there. So, okay, let's just save. Let's come and do this.
You three stay out of this. It's too dangerous.
You really can't speed up this conversation, so
Master,
just let it go.
just hold on. We can help.
So the whelp seeks to test herself. How pathetic.
Blast it! The rest of you stay where you are.
I shall waste no more time on this.
The stupid girl. There's more to do. Georg and the militia. I do not. We must hurry to the Starling.
It's just down this road.
If only it's to the.
Okay, so let's get Weil back into the fight. Some ale. Which one are you going to sell? Let's get the spear. I don't know why you thought much of that stuff would really help the Alchemist's Fire, maybe, but most of it, it's not much use, really. Okay, what have we got? Let's quickly talk Oh, my parrying. Damn it. Turn parry on there for a second. And there we go. Okay. Loot. Nope, just this one over here. Okay, it's over there for once. One of the things I'm going to do here is get rid of the salt moss because we didn't use all of it and we can't use it on ourselves, so it's not a lot of point in keeping it around. And torches you can't sell, so I'm going to avoid them where possible.
Well done! Now we have a chance! Oh.
Okay. Time to get into the fight. Oi! I hate it when that. That was actually double crits because I had a crit and then I had a crit on the cleave as well. And another cleave.
Let's see what you've got!
There we go. Let's see if we can get this last one.
Another wave is coming! Prepare for battle!
Let's see what you've got! Let's go! Let's go! Bring it! Let's go!
More of them? Cyrix!
Let's go. If we hurry, we can stop them before they find the... I knew I could count.
We could use...
So let's rescue the farmstead. I've never played the option of ignoring it. We just don't know what happens if you ignore it.
Skull Cleaver!
That's the way I like to do it. Okay. Talk to the kids, scare them straight. Okay. I shouldn't do it, but I always come and bash down this. says use that magical dagger, another part says don't worry about it. Oh, damn it, I meant to rest. Damn it, damn it, damn it. My health is not that great. Probably never going to use those potions again anyway. So
let's see what you've got! Bring it to me! Let's
that's all. The last group. But dun dun dun. What am I doing that when I can do? Dagon's arrived.
Dagon!
That is the last of them. For now. Let's see how many we can steal from Death's clutches.
Ian!
What? Well, one of those...
I see you're unharmed. I understand you lost a friend of yours in the attack. A tragedy. Yes, and I do not have... Those bladelings were very good. I fear it may have drawn... Think it through. We can speak more. There is no time for... I had my reasons. There are... I cannot... The stones outside of... Bevel?
But...
And that is what... The cries...
No offense, men. Still, if we're going to do this, the path that...
Okay, so let's just clean up the battlefield first, because there's a couple of long swords over here. Not sure whether I'm going to take another longsword or if I'm just going to sell them, because I'm doing pretty good with longsword, short sword at the moment. I've been doing phenomenally well. I don't want to change that, so I may just end up selling whatever we've got to Thomas.
You probably are here for some sort of reason, I imagine.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Probably the worst scripted line I have ever seen.
I am not some...
Right. What can we buy? I don't really need any more arrows, and he doesn't have any crossbows, so there's no sense in looking at that. Nothing significant in the potions. We're going to take that ring of protection though, because why not? And it doesn't have anything else that we want, so we're doing good. Let's just have a look at our character sheet here. See, Ranger Stalker. So we don't have any spell slots yet, do we? No. Good. Next level. Full save here.
It's been an age since I've come this far into the swamp. There's probably...
Okay. So, that's... Why are you not attacking? There we go. Oh god, talk about a miss.
Finish him!
Very good. Okay. Whoop. There's a couple more beetles over there. Good, we got a decent hit on that one. One more shot. I'm going to wear these gauntlets of concentration mostly so that I don't sell them. Which sounds silly, but they are useful for other spellcasters later on. Mostly Eleni. Okay, let's just do a quick save here. Okay. Swamp Beetle, that was a decent hit. Let's charge in. Let's get a second shot. Let's keep Beverly straight. Clear. Many of them drop loot at this part. You're doing a little... Just give you a switch back to the bow so we can get that first shot in. There we go.
Bring it!
Yes, indeed.
Curious. Yeah, Bevel uses that sword two-handed, even though it's a long sword. Don't know if the rules exist to give it the extra damage. I know in the new 5th edition rules you get extra damage if you wield certain weapons that are considered versatile. If you wield them two-handed, even though they're only a single-handed weapon. We should be getting our next level any moment now. Let me just do a quick heal. Very good. Back to bow. Normally I'd wait to the end of a combat to level up, but at this point, because I don't have my animal companion, and the animal companion will disappear when I level up, it's actually safe for me to do it right now, because I'll get the extra hit points so that I can, and extra attack bonus. So it'll just be that little bit better for me. Ranger, 19 strength. Now, the animal companion to choose. If Fact of the matter is, I think I'm going to do Boar. I know it's sort of cliche if you've read the Dwarvern novels. There are a bunch of Dwarven knights in the halls of Mithril Hall, is it? Yeah. That ride boars. Long Ham is a better name. And we are going to where is he? Put our animal companion down on the oh, I've got to do bevel yet. Level up, next, recommend, next, recommend, next. What do they recommend here? Knockdown. Yeah, I'll let you do knockdown. That's fine. Not going to complain about that. Controlling the wrong character. I wonder why things weren't doing quite what I thought. Okay, so great swords there. I'm going to leave him with his longsword. He is proficient with that. Otherwise, I'd give him great swords. Let's save again. And be watched by the creepy druid. First shot. And then charging it. Some okay gear going here. Oh, another one there to pick up. Bow. Ooh. Love them crits. Switch back. We're going to run through this trap here, but that's alright. Bevel got up instead. And we're done. Beautiful. Beetle gland. So close to setting off that trap. Are they going to appear here? Nope. Which means they're all around here. There they are. crit.
Here comes the... Let's see what you've got!
Frankly, once I switch to Warhammer, the crits are going to be few and far between. Which is going to be a pain. Okay. I don't know what it is, but a lot of the time when because I'm using driving mode to move, and a lot of the time when I release from W to walk forward, it spins me around, and I don't know why. There we go. Finally got a decent healing potion. Save, and what I might do is just maybe give one to you too.
What's up?
Yes, I know there's something on the other side of the door. Critical hit again.
Here comes the...
On the cleave. I don't know, I think I'm extra lucky today. My cleaves and things just seem to be working so well. Okay. There's another guy down here. Soften him up first. Well done, Bevel. Great sword. How are we doing for carry weight? 105 of 350, we're doing fine. Wouldn't necessarily be doing so well if we were... How silly am I? Forgot to call Longham in. Okay. See if I can get sidetracked.
Oh, great spirit. There certainly are. A warm blood. Here. Your words are like the swamp eel war. Kill.
Let's see what you've got! Here comes the...
Just crit.
Bring it to me!
And they're all down. Okay, guys, let's get out of here. Always loot these crates first, because if you loot this one, you can still loot other stuff, but you gotta walk all the way out and all the way back. You do it that way.
We were risking life and limb for that? None of this makes any sense. Dagon can do his own blasted quest.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yep, cool. Okay.
You have returned, and you have brought the shard.
That's all you can say?
If I no.
I don't see how you put up with him.
Now, for the shard. Let me see it. Many such all that remains that, and so I kept one, so to speak. We knew the many villagers fled, so to speak. It would be more it was we knew the forces many villagers fled. If so, then perhaps a second. That is the only reason. It is the only thing of substance in you are too young to remember what occurred, I know. That is the only reason I can think of for why they came. It is the only thing of substance in this village. Duncan owns an inn in the docks district. He would only. It is a better on the road. The problem we only found that is on the road moving. Head, say your farewells. Your boot. I have done. It still may. Perhaps one day we. But Lady Luck.
Okie dokie. So let's talk to some people. I know that if I talk to Bevel, he.
So, I'm not that I'm good.
Which I can sell or keep. No, don't speak to Thomas yet. Talk to Orlan first. He gives me a potion. Won't bother talking to the rest of him. Let's talk to Rita. She gives me a quest. Unfortunately, her son is one of the bad guys. Now, let's talk to Georg and just
So, can you at least tell me why you... It won't be... You might want to ask around the village. Here. Take this shield.
Gives me a shield, which I'm going to keep. He will heal me. And now we can speak to Thomas and sell some stuff.
This incursion I had high. Not that I go if you must, but mysteries and inconvenience help as functional as the famous harborman thick-headedness is. The swamp. So whatever you're carrying, guard it, dig. It's all. But I don't want to know the details. Not to suffice it to say that I find the bustle of city life even less endearing than the do you? So I teach them their letters so they can write that. You've probably heard it mentioned from time to time. And the battle, the entire village was nearly destroyed. And almost you ask something else. I have nothing more to say on this matter. The whole affair, but there were very few Neverwinter troops that, of course. In fact, I would prefer. Oh, very.
Okay, so I'm going to keep a great sword to begin with because I'm going to give that to Kelgar. Let's sell that and that. And that. I'm going to keep those bolts. I'm going to keep that scale now. Okay, keep that. I never bother keeping that chalice because I think you can only use it once. It's got 3 charges. You can use light with it unlimited number of times, but I never seem to have a problem with not being able to see things, so I can only use cure serious wounds with it once, and I get 900 gold for selling it. So I'm going to keep this sword for the moment, and this shield as well, because those 3 are going to be used by Eleni. I'm going to use those once I get a crossbow. Kelgar's going to use that. All good. There's nothing else here that he's selling that I want. I could take the Ring of Fortitude, but it's not really worth it. So let's go and this way. Take it once more, and then we get on.
Have you said your farewells? To get to the road itself, instead you...
takes a long time to load for me. We'll get there eventually. And then we will meet our cousin, Kelgar. Why is it always the last little bit that seems to take the longest? There we go. Maybe. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, and I thought that was loaded, and it's not. It's always this first one that takes forever. Okay. Let's get over here.
Now that we're outside, maybe you'd like to tell me what you said again. Slow.
You're a small one to be taking this road. Look, this is...
Ah, if you're afraid...
We're not frightened of either of you, and it seems to me you need to learn...
Out this... Come...
All right, I've heard...
Nothing walks away! Give it up!
Take that! Take that! Well now, that was a good fight, lads. Name's Kelgar, by the way. Of the clan even the odds! So, tell me, what brings... Seems it's your lucky day then. Now, I say...
It really would be interesting if the game could recognize that you are a cousin or something, but of course it doesn't,
So, and that's why I'm headed to Neverwinter. If you know of a clue... Aye, that's the short of it. Was it...
The Kalakja! Find it!
Well, look...
Okay.
Let me for gravy.
Let's see what they're made of! Take that!
Silly me. At least. Hang on. And give you that to begin with.
Ah, looks like we have company.
And I am going to set myself up with Dwarven War Axe and Short Sword to begin with. Does he have the... Yes, he's got the Great Sword out now. Where are we going? What have we got left? just that guy there. Okay, I might switch. No, to bow. There we go. Doing alright there. She needs her help, so let's do that. Quick save. Ah, that's what I've been forgetting to do. I've got spells as well, don't I?
Cusson Revelos.
Finish him!
Here comes the... Take that! Take that!
And you can leave it safe. Let's just loot all of this. Go and fight them before I... Before I loot the rest of the place. Okay. Talk to Galen. Come on, Galen. Just get through that conversation. Okay, so there is some stuff in here. What's going on? Why is it not? Something very funny going on there. I can't bash it down. No. Don't know what that was. Bash. Oh, damn it. Stuck in bloody parry mode. Right. And let's get this one. Of course you can't break open a chest when you're trying to parry it. It's not going to attack you. All that for 1 gold. Actually, this reminds me. Why, you mean I can't equip armor and...
Ha!
Already in combat. Can you do it now?
Yeah?
Thank you. And I can put that on. Right. Let's get out of here. Oh, hang on, I haven't done that one. I really am surprised that this is still that much of a mechanic in games of looting stuff in buildings like this and everything. I know there's been a few games out there that have, you know, put in place systems that if you do that sort of thing you get arrested, but it should be in more. Because when you're actually role-playing, you wouldn't do it, you know. But in these games it's pretty much expected that you're going to do it. Okie dokie. Let's just quick save. Let's talk to Gara. Thank you, glad to help. So they give me some money. Now let's talk to the innkeeper. There's a whole conversation you can do here, but really I'm not interested at the moment, because what I really want to do is get some decent equipment. So I'm going to sell the woodsman's outfit, sell that, park skin, sell that, sell that, sell that, and sell that. I'm going to get another chain shirt, because that's going to go to Nishka. I'm going to take the braces of armor 1 for now, because that's going to give me some extra armor class. Or is it? Yes, it is. Good. And I'm going to take the chain helm as well, I think. Examine. Doesn't do anything. I think I'll leave it off for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to sell this light shield and buy the heavy shield, because that's better for Eleni. And then I'm going to buy this full plate right here and give that to Kelgar. And there we go. Me. Right, so we've got that, or that, and yeah, let's sell that for the moment. So all of that there is for Eleni. That's mine. That's for Nishka. What have we got here in the way of weapons? How much money have we got? 2,300. So what I really want is a heavy crossbow for me. This we'll keep for Nishka. We need anything else? He doesn't have any Dwarven battle axes, Dwarven war axes. He has a hand axe though. Going to buy that and sell that. Just so that I'm dual axe when I do go axe. So that's that. Nothing else at this point. No. That's the smallest and most useless of the magic pouches, 20%. I think I'll wait to get the next one. If I was playing a dex-based character or anything, any like non-ranger, I would probably get that pouch, even if I ended up giving it to Kelgar, because Kelgar then would be my mule for a while. But I don't have too much of a problem at the moment because Kelgar can not quite carry as much as me, but he's hardly got anything on him at the moment. And I'm doing okay, so I can give stuff to Kelgar if need be. If I'm carrying 2 extra suits of armor, plus a heavy shield, plus a spare weapon apart from my own, or 2 spare sets of weapons, so I will, I think that's good enough. So I'm just going to quickly rest here. Don't know if I really need to, but I'm going to do it anyway. And let's head out.
Well now, I've had a look. We're heading in the same. Good. And don't.
Right, so Kelgar's coming with us. So we've actually got a couple of options of where to go from here. So there's the swamp cave here, or there's the fort. So we're going to go to the swamp cave. We're not going to complete the swamp cave. I just want to get the little bit of XP for talking to Galen and rescuing him. Then we're going to turn around and we're going to go to the fort and we're going to pick up Nishka, and we're not going to complete that either, because as soon as we've talked to Nishka, we are then going to go to Eleni our party, and then we're going to come back and do these areas properly. Where was it? Where was it? There we go.
Critical hit. How you like that shit? Baby, that's what you get. Another critical hit.
Gotta love it. Whoop. How am I doing all over there? And we're done. I don't know whether it was really worth doing that and then leaving, because we don't actually get any major XP out of it or anything, but I don't know. I just always... I've started doing this now so that I come back and do this. Not that it's that hard with just the 2 of us, particularly since I've got a animal companion as well. But I just got into the habit of, well, let's get as many people in the party as quickly as I can and then come back and do things. I guess it's from my old Baldur's Gate days where I used to do that. I used to zip up north with a friendly army and get Arjun, or whatever his name is, the paladin, and get him on my party as quickly as possible, and then sort of zip down to Beregost and Nashkel and get your party going as quickly as possible, and then go back and clean up all the other areas. Looks like your guards have turned on you, Galen. Won't let you rob him.
That's all you got? That's all you got?
Granny.
You to kill Longham like that. Come on, take it. There we go. Thank you for the reward. There we go. Okay. Switch back to the boat. So there's some wolves over this way, around here. Not going to go to them yet. Come to them later. Not that it's hard at this point again. It's just gotten used to doing things this way. Grab these party members, go here, do this. And it works reasonably well for me.
Ha!
Okay, we're going to rest just here after we calm down a little bit. Just to make sure we're all at full health before we head back to this next encounter. No, keep the blades out. Just a little quick save. Come on, Kelgar, hurry up, catch up. Okay.
What, demon?
Leave me.
What?
Huh, hold on. Look at this. A couple of dwarves.
This don't.
That we are. Caught this demon trying.
No. Shut your lying mouth, Oh,
you know,
especially.
Runty.
good enough for.
Time for a little fun!
I actually chose the wrong option there, and it still worked out the way it was going. Doesn't matter what you do, they're going to attack. Stand still, runt. And
Where did you come from? I mean, one moment I thought I... Yes, sorry if I sounded surprised. I'm neat. Of course, they never would have... Well, of course, the It's just bandaged.
Cat, big words from some... Cat, leave her here!
Thanks.
Okay, let's clean up this. I've tried Nishka a couple of different ways.
Well. Looks like this lock needs
I'm
some
gonna
special attention.
start off giving her a bow.
All done.
So we're gonna give her that chain because initially her dex is
Everybody,
low enough.
follow me.
She's only got a +3 bonus at the moment, so she's not going to be ruining her dex bonus. Let's give her that bow and those arrows for now. We're also going to buy her a rapier. Eventually, in town, we find... What do we find in the town? That's right, we get a dagger that gives dual wielding ability. And that's going to be useful for her. But that's quite a ways away, and at that point we probably switch her. Maybe not permanently. Oh, hang on, I've still got to set her up, don't I?
How can I help?
You can start by taking all of that. Okay, so I go into the fort, going to buy a couple of more things. So I'm going to buy a second Dwarven war axe. Maybe an enchanted one. We'll see how much coin we've got. And a rapier for Nishka. And we'll probably rest because Kelgar needs it. He's a little bit under the weather. Okay, so we're going to keep that. So hang on a sec. Keeping that, and that. That's mine. Definitely keeping that. That. Give to you. Give you those. You can take those. That, and that. We're going to sell. Braces of archery. Can't afford them. But if I could... +1 to dexterity and point blank shot. Okay. Cloak of protection versus evil for me. Some more enchanted bolts for me. I'm not going to go through them very fast, but that's okay. Arrows +1 for Nishka.
Yes.
We will swap those out immediately. He doesn't have anything else good there. Nothing worthwhile there. Nothing worthwhile there. And a lesser magic bag here. 40% weight reduction. Let's just see if we've got enough after we buy what we can over here. Show me what you have for sale. Weapons. Come on. Right, so he does have a Dwarven war axe. +1 for 1400. So we're going to buy that. And that means we can sell that. We want a rapier for Nishka. Just get a standard one for the moment because you're not going to be using it really that much yet, and we do get
everybody
enchanted
follow me
ones later. But I just want to put that on your bar there like that. That is good. Did we have two-handed sword? Just a standard enchanted greatsword we do for 1400, but I can't afford the magic bag, which I don't really need, so it's probably worthwhile getting that, I think. Can I afford that and that? Maybe not. Greatsword.
Yes.
Sell this for 54. It's 417. How much was the heavy crossbow? Oh, 471. I can afford that. So sell that and put that down there on the bar. And there we go. We are pretty well set up. I've got good armor, you've got good armor, you've got great armor. And we've got sword, shield, and armor, and gauntlets for Eleni. We are doing alright. If we have a look at our character sheet now, +5, +4 to hit. Which isn't, ideal, but it's not too far off. I think he'll be like +7, +6. So we're doing alright. We're not too far off Kelgar. So we should be able to hold our own in battle. Sometimes when you're dual wielding those two large weapons, the penalty you get can be a little bit much, particularly at low levels. But I think I'm going to be able to handle it. So let's get our crossbow back out. I'm not going to talk to anyone else here yet because we're not going to do any of the other stuff yet. We're going to just go and get Eleni into our party. So let's save custom here. And off we go. And there she is watching us again. So, we'll head to Highcliff. We won't get there.
No place to run.
This is getting tiresome.
In the shard over now.
And we were just getting to know each other.
Fool. I shall enjoy killing you.
He's liking his arm.
Fight, you pathetic thralls. Kill them all. Why are you still looking at me? Attack!
So, the first question is, how did Eleni get here when she was clearly running down this hill back there? And look, there's Narlock, her animal companion. So somehow she's ended up over here. She has no teleport spells any other time in the game. Okay, so, first things first. Let's give her her equipment. She's not going to be able to use it all right this
Let us press
second,
the attack!
because the game won't let her. I think we can put the gloves on and swap out equipment, maybe? Yes. Okay, that's good. And I need to switch to my weapons. Oh, I said switch to my weapons, not sit there barehanded. Helgar might like doing it, but it really is terrible. Just a Oh, what happened there? That was damn quick.
Looks like we have company. Take that! Take that!
You walk a strange path for a harborman. Apparently I'm not the only one who has a problem with it. Forgive me, but I'd like to help if I could.
Yeah,
I'd like to...
I think...
Apparently not rare and do it.
Always talk.
Yeah, before casting insults, maybe... Very well. But I thought that... I can lead you there. But they keep calling you... Then it looks like when it comes to... So I feel it is my duty to balance things out. Besides, they outnumber you. Very well.
What? Is there... I'll say, you're still...
If you... Fine. Let's be off. A shard? Let's be...
So I wasn't supposed to tell him about it, but anyway. I've got to wait for us to get to this next little thing. There we are. And...
This is a long way from the road.
Now, this is Eridus. The maiden... You are...
Did they...
The road, the animal...
I think...
Take that! Take that!
The animals here are
Well...
I say we fight them. They are...
I would prefer...
Okay, so...
I am listening.
Put your armor on for a start. There we go. And then I need to set up your spells, I think. Here's the thing. I really wish Eleni was just a cleric, rather than a druid. Because quite frankly, a lot of her spells, as druid spells, just really suck. They're not worth it. And so I end up getting rid of them and instead replacing them with healing spells. So what I need to do... Body of the Sun and a couple of creeping columns, which we will put down here. Right. I don't think the game will let us rest just yet. No, because there are enemies nearby. So let's do a bit of healing on the two of us.
Let me Vograni.
Let's get him back out. Switch to the crossbow and off we go. Oh. Save because, you know. So I'm going to clear out this area over here first. So there's these wolves and then the boars. Missed. Damn it, my ball's gone already.
Take that!
Nature!
Okay. I think we can come over here and rest. We're farther enough away from everyone else. So I want to get Longham back. There we go.
Let me Vograni.
These wolves.
Why? Let's just...
You have...
Okay.
Take that!
Avio Novo.
I think we...
That's all you got? Take that!
There we go. What's going on? Why can I not? My keyboard is not working anymore. I think it might have a flat battery. Let's try swapping it out for... Okay, we're going to have to take a quick break here while I look for another battery for my keyboard. Let's be right back. Don't need to. I've got a spare battery here. Might be useful. See if this is any better. There we go. Okay. Although it's sort of showing that it's not a great battery either, but it should get us through this. Okay. There's nothing to pick up here. Don't really need to rest or anything, so let's finish this. Quick save. Whoop, quick save I said. And there we go. And we got our level.
Kaylil, he's... dead. It was, I don't know. Kaylil, but we should... farewell.
Okay, before I forget, let's level everyone up. Right. Favorite enemy. Orcs. Even though it's a little while before we fight orcs, that's fine. Okay. Do I have any more spells at that point? I probably should, because I have... no, I don't. Okay.
Yes.
Kelgar, your level.
How can I help?
Okay.
Yes.
And Eleni, I think you finally get another spell level, so we'll get an even bigger heal that we can learn. Yep. And a Was there? No. I thought there was another cantrip level 1 that we could do. Okay, we're all good. Let's just rest. Now, the other thing that I want to do is to go in here to the behaviours and make sure these are all set the way we want them right now. Peaceful follow party, ally damage party high. Auto summon animal companions on. Auto summon familiars on. Tend not to put this polymorph on because if you do, Eleni spends all of her time in bear form and there's some disadvantages to that. She can't cast spells when she's in it, at least not initially. Might wait. No, I'll turn it on. I'll let it do it. Summoning is on. Combat usage mode is all on. Ability usage, healing and curing. Item usage. Overkill casting mode, automatic hiding, want them all to stay near me when they're guarding. Distance near, and that should be good. Okay, let's head out of here. Which way are we going? This way. Switch back to the crossbow.
Let me Vokraini.
And we're going to head out this way. Let me just double check, are we carrying much in the way of stuff that we need to sell? That's not right. We don't have 4 Dwarven war axes. So there's something a little screwed up there.
Yes.
Yes.
I am listening.
How can I help?
Yeah?
Right. We don't have much to sell, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and do the swamp cave before we go anywhere else. Bunch of the lizard guys over here. So let's start a battle with them. Get one more shot in. Yeah, see, Eleni's in bear form already. Now, oh, you're stupidly just going to sit there. Beautiful. Then I'm just going to pick you off. Might take me a little while, but I can spare it. I've got lots of bolts. There we go. Is he going to automatically shoot the next guy? Nope. Oh. It's charging now. Actually, there is one advantage to Eleni using her bear form. She's got twice the hit points she normally does. So I suppose I can't complain about that. So this chest is locked. Oh, and it was trapped. But at this point, a few hit points is nothing.
Well, well, well. Looks like this lock needs some special attention.
Next one, we've got another bunch of guys over there. I've mentioned this multiple times, there's actually two separate items here, so if you're coming in and you're not paying attention, you think it's all one. Just be careful. Group just there. Yes,
to battle!
Well done. Okay. Let's let Nishka handle that for us.
All done.
Okie dokie. I think that's most of the... There's one group up here near the entrance. Just do a quick save. Oh, that's alright. I can take it.
Let's see what they're made of!
Big mama spider. You think those spiders are big? Big mamas around here. Polymorphed wild shape. Let everyone else catch up. Oh, okay, guess not.
I think. For men.
So we might just rest here briefly. Just so that we're all good. That is an interesting tip, to plan out your abilities to ensure you'll be able to take the prestige class you want. I generally, as a ranger, I don't take a prestige class unless I'm wanting to be an arcane archer. Most of the time, I don't want to be a prestige class or even a multi-class. I want to be a ranger, so I will play a ranger. If I could play an arcane archer from level 1, I would, but you can't. And that was a pretty anticlimactic fight. Okay, so another great sword there. Spear and halberd there. Mace there. Let's just charge around the corner at these guys.
Nature will have its say, and this'll all be over.
Now,
Sure, I can do that.
Because as a tiefling, you've got racial spell darkness. Don't understand why you never seem to use it. In fact, even though I told you to use it just then, you refused to.
Take that! Let's see what they're made.
Okay. Kanishka. Did we miss anything? Was there any? No, doesn't look like it. A barrel up here.
Everybody, follow me!
Wrong one. That's what I wanted. Because I didn't actually search it.
Nature will have its say!
Because I fat fingered.
Take that!
And clicked the wrong thing. So let's grab this barrel again. There we go. It's probably only a handful of gold, but anyway. Healing kits, because I want to use one of them on that. Okay.
Take that!
Impressive hit by Kelgar. Oh, after I set him up a bit. Nishka, Bone Phoenix. That gets sold, although I might use it. Okay, so...
Yes.
Swap you that out. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to use that Bone Phoenix for now, so let's go Dwarven Thorax and Bone Phoenix as our weapons there. And we're all good, let's come up here.
Everybody, follow me!
No, that's what I wanted.
Everybody, follow me!
I really just want you to disarm these traps and open these chests for me. Boots of Winterlands for now. We might end up giving them away later. To Kelgar or someone like that. Okay, time to head out. And head back to the fort. Wait for everyone else to catch up and we'll rest. Nishka's always last for some reason. It doesn't make any sense, but she always is. So we've got to be careful because there's another little ambush up here. So I'm going to get to here and stop.
Life goes on.
I'm going to try this again. You're there with your bow. You've got darkness spell. Oh, what does it do?
Lemme Vakrin.
Really doesn't work all that well. So anyway, let's not worry about it for now. I believe this is the way out. Yep, there it is. So let's head back to the fort. We're going to start inside the fort or out. Sort of want to be outside the fort so I can clean up those wolves, but if we're inside, we're inside, and I'll accept it. Yeah, we're inside. Okay, I think I'm going to come over here and just sell up some stuff and then call that an end of the stream, I think. It's just over 2 hours, that's a pretty good go. What do you have for sale? So, we don't want the acid flask, all that, all that, all that. If I could sell those bolts I would. Not going to bother with that. Give the thieves' tools to you. You can have a potion. Don't want the gland. Any of these other weapons. Potion of law. No, not going to bother with it. I'd sell that if I could. Don't need that. That's the Dwarven Morax I don't need. Can't use that. Don't want that. Those are being used. Sell that. Is that everything?
Yes.
Seems like it. You don't have
How
anything.
can I help?
You don't have anything.
I am listening.
And you don't have anything. So we're all good. That heavy crossbow isn't real. Okay. I do have enough now to buy the magic bag, don't I? So I'm going to save, and I'm going to call that the end of the stream. Thanks for joining me, and keep playing games, folks. Oh, don't tell me I haven't been... I think my streaming software is slightly dead. Let's exit that.